So I know I'm doing this a little bit different than I normally do because I'm doing it with StreamYard because I didn't want to use my phone today. It's kind of screwy today and I didn't want to worry about it. But hello. Hopefully now I should be able to see your comments, but as usual, sometimes there's a delay. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Hi, honey. Hexen. Hi, sweetheart. Okay, so I got home. Actually, definitely don't want to drop it. Hi, Justin. Hi, Nurturing Compassion. I got home to a pack. Well, actually, two packages, but I think I'm just going to open one today because the other one I kind of want to talk about in a different way. Hi, Deb. I love you too, Hexen. Hi, Emrys. Hi, Bella. Hi, Em. I'm going to give an opportunity for a couple more people to come in. Wow, do I look this white on there? Hi, Ben. Hi, Steven. Silver Willow. Hello. Hold on. I just want to bring it up to see if I look really that white because that's really sad. Not that I'm not that white, but holy moly, I look like a ghost. All right, it's not as bad as it is on there. Okay, that makes me feel a little better. You got the Witch's Book of Self-Care? Yay, good. Hi, Willowhawk. Okay, so I was kind of expecting this. Well, not kind of. I was expecting this, which is why I only had 3 council members this week. You're glowing. Thank you. Because I expected this one to be here today. And when I get a new council member in, I always carry them with me that first week. So you have the PDF of it. Good. Perfect. Hi, Denise. So I wanted to make sure I had enough room because the ones I've been getting lately are a little bit bigger than the other ones that I had before. So I didn't want to carry too many. Like I didn't want to have 4 and then carry this other one too. So I only started out with 3 council members because I expect to add this one to the council this week. All right. So I got this, by the way, from Positive Energy Crystals on Instagram, which I believe I posted her. All right, I have a drink. Here it is. Her Instagram account in the information down below. Hi, Willow Creek. Yay. Me neither. I know. I'm really psyched. Hi, Ravenheart. How was work today? Not too bad, I hope. Okay, so, wow. First of all right, before I open it, I have to say she always packages everything incredibly. This was all neat and everything. I just started pulling it out, but this is like velvet material that she packed this in. So, of course, I will be reusing this. Oh, he's heavy. Okay, so here we go. Gotta remember where the camera is. Now, the light in here is not great. And I was thinking about doing it outside because it's nice and cool, but the light outside, it's all gray outside too. So we'll see, but this is fluorite. And it's purple, but it's like almost a blue purple. And he's got in the eye socket here, he's got a little bit of what I'm guessing is iron and some, on his cheek under here, a little bit of iron deposits, which is like kind of what citrine is compounded with. So, and on his jawline here, I wasn't positive if it was a he or he until I got it, but as soon as I picked him up, it's definitely a he. And he is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And it's like this, like blue light blue, light purple kind of color. I can't even, it looks way more purple, I think there, I think. But again, my laptop does not do color very well. It's just gorgeous though. Really, really gorgeous. I feel like I'm tilting them all over the place. There, yay. Oh, he is beautiful. So I will kind of be meditating with him tonight after our live and see if I can figure out a name here. If he's, wow, he's very touchable. He's got lots of little nooks and crannies in there, and whew, he feels great. Yeah, like an eye light color, exactly. If I shine a light on it. Oh yeah, I have my phone. Ha! For once, I actually have my phone here. I can kind of turn my light on. Hang on. Hold on, let's see. So, my big hand is right in the way too. All right. That's the darker side. Let's see if I can light up the other side. I'm so uncoordinated. I'm trying to make sure I don't drop them. Or that way. I don't know if you can see or if that just kind of makes the glare worse. Yay. Hi, Fatima. Oh, the color is stunning, though. Do you get a female or a male from him or her? I am quite certain that it's a male energy, which I wasn't sure, to be honest with you, until I picked him up. But I'm pretty sure he's a male. But again, you see the blue bands? Oh, good. I'll be meditating with him tonight, so I'll tell you for sure after I meditate with him. He is... The good thing, I have to say, my other council members, I kind of I start to introduce them before I even get them. Looks much more purple with the light. Yeah, it kind of does, doesn't it? I think we'll see. I got to get a much better light to get on them, and I wish the sun was out, but it's looking really gray today. So, but when I get a new council member, I always kind of start the introduction before I even get them. I kind of meditate with the rest of my council and let them know that there's a new one coming. And I'll tell you that the council members were okay with this one because he is not going to be a leader per se. He's definitely, got a lot to say, but he's not trying to take over leadership. So I know the other two leaders that are in there are not threatened by him. And what was I going to look for? Oh, someone was saying when I said I was going to go live, Julie, and she said she can't go on because she's at work, that she didn't understand my counsel. So I'm going to really quickly just talk about, even though I know a lot of you have been here long enough, you've seen what the idea of my counsel is. I'm just going to really quickly go through there. And then I have a couple other things. Wow. And she gave me a couple gifts in here too, to open in there to show you. But, so I have a council. I haven't counted them in a while. I really need to count them, but I have, I don't know, it's more than several. I have a group of crystal skull beings. I have a few alien beings. I have 2 dragon beings right now. And they form my metaphysical council. And what I mean by that is I believe, and many believe, that crystal skulls are able to create a bond with a spirit entity, not necessarily within this realm, but also with other realms. Hi, Brad. When you turn the back, I saw blue bands in between the purple. Good. And so, yes, he's a pretty big boy. But so they can be from other realms, but I believe that they become a conduit to inhabit, for a spirit to inhabit the skull. And then they have specific information to give you if you meditate with them, and if you sit with them, and if you open up yourself metaphysically to their energy. I think that they have a lot to say and a lot to teach us about. I have a lot of Skullies, but no leaders. One of them is a talker. I call him the interpreter. He speaks to me the most and intermediates between me and others. Is that normal? Absolutely, Sarana. And I will say I didn't have a leader either. I didn't have a leader either until Gaia showed up. It was the same kind of thing. I had several that were very talkative, but there wasn't one that kind of stood out and led ahead of the others. So sometimes, you may never get a leader. Sometimes, you'll get one that you suddenly are like, oh yeah, okay. So this one is going to run things. And that's absolutely normal. Hi, Renee. Hi, Jess. Hi, Shauna. Did I miss anybody else? I really need to meditate with mine. I have 3 more coming at some point in the next week, right? I know. And I also have, 2 more coming in the next week or so, which I did not plan on. They just kind of called out and said that they were mine, which I was like, damn it, I really don't usually get. It's taken me 18 years to get the counsel that I have. But I think I will wait till we have a place to live before getting any. That's okay. You have a few leaders. Absolutely. See? Perfect. If I leave suddenly I'm at my mom's house, that's okay, Shauna. So anyway, every week on Monday, usually, although sometimes I'm a day late or something if I have Mondays off, I pick 3 or 4. It's been up to 4 usually, to come with me for the week. And they travel with me to work, and they continue to be with me. And I post all of them and who they are and what their metaphysical properties are in our Facebook group and in my Instagram account, which also goes to like Twitter and something else. In the hopes that if you need some extra energy, if you need a boost for that week, then you can pick one of those and say, I want you to intercede for me. You can connect to him metaphysically, him or her. You can ask him to help you out to get through the week. And so I do that because I know there's a lot of people that can't afford skulls. There's a lot of people that don't have them. Those of you who are in the closet, this is something, having crystal skulls is one of those things that it's kind of hard to hide a crystal skull if you're in the closet. That's not usually a normal thing that a non-pagan, non-witch, non-spiritualist kind of person would have in their house. So that's something that's hard to have in your house if you're not out of the closet. And so that gives you the opportunity to work with their energy, even if, you don't have any of your own. Then I kind of lend them out, and they also help me throughout the week and stuff, but you can connect to them for that week. Hi, Lucy. Hi. Who else did I miss? Somebody else. Did I miss somebody else? Luna. Hi, Luna. And Trisha, if I didn't say you. Oh, and Renee is here. Hi. So I just wanted to quickly go over that again because someone who was in the chat today said, I don't really understand the whole council thing. So now I've explained it again so you know. So would they then communicate with the Skullies that you have? Yes. Yep. Absolutely. And I say too, now once a bunch of my Skullies have sat with the ancient skulls. There's 7 ancient skulls. Well, they believe there's 7 ancient skulls. They found 5 or 6 of them. And so many of my skulls have personally sat with 1 or 2 of them. And so once they sit with each other, they pass their information around so that all of them have the same information available to you. They just give it out in a different way, and they all have their own kind of personalities and their own way of speaking. And some of them are more quiet than others. And so they're able to communicate in different ways. So my Skullies would then connect to the one that I choose. Yes. Yep. Absolutely. Just say it's memento mori. Shoot, I missed that. Hold on. You don't have to be pagan to know you too will die, right? Is there anything you don't think of? Oh, thank you. I have been feeling the calling to get one recently, but of course, I'm not sure which one yet. And usually, Willow Creek, usually you will know, like it just all of a sudden it's like, okay, whoa, they're really speaking to me already. There's something that is calling out and saying, yep, I think you're supposed to go home with me. And usually I'll tell you, financially, usually that doesn't happen until you're in a position to get whatever it is that calls out to you. They don't call out. They know who you are. They're able to see who you are. And they don't call out to you and say, you have to bring me home and I'm a $600 skull. And you're like, yeah, there's no way that's going to happen. Usually that's not the case. I don't think I've seen that happen very much at all. So usually it just comes about at a time when you're ready and the skull is ready and everything just kind of lines up and is in place to do that. So, yes. Any other questions before I move on to the rest of my goodies in my box from Chris? So again, don't forget this, the last, I don't know, how many have I gotten out? At least 2 from her. I've gotten from Chris at Positive Energy Crystals. I believe I put the information in the down bar. When I went to Tarot Stock for Mama Squirrel Fest, it was amazing. A few of my skulls we left to charge with her counsel. Yes. We tried to put in all of everybody who got skulls at Tarot Stock in with mine so that they then could download the information from the ancient skulls, and all of them would be able to access that. This is fluorite. This is fluorite, which is, of course, one of my favorites. You guys know I'm a blue fluorite freak. And this, even though it's not blue, it's like highlight. It's like almost blue purple. And it's, he's gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Hi, Violet. Welcome. Yep. Absolutely. Dave said his phone is monitoring food progress. I have had $1,000 skulls gifted to me. Wait, damn it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. I don't know what happens when that happens. Just because they spoke to me. See, absolutely, Jez. And that gives you the point. Usually a Skullie will not call out and say, hey, you're supposed to take me home, unless somehow there's a way that that's supposed to happen. So just believe that if that calls out, then somehow you're supposed to be getting that, and you know, give them a call, talk to the owners, talk to the seller. Maybe they can come up. I know Chris has plans, and she'll work with you if you let her know that you really think that, you know, that's supposed to be yours, and you can come up with a short-term kind of payment plan thing. She's really good with working with you. So he has a blue band across his smile. Does he really? Oh, I hate this light. It's horrible. I have to look at him more when it's sunny out. Heather, hi, honey. I would like to get a Skullie, but they all have teeth. I have dentures, and there's no toothless Skullies. Yes, there is, Violet. I have seen toothless Skullies. Where have I seen them before? All right, so I'll tell you that one of the most famous skull creators, crystal skull creators, is called Skullie. SKULLIS.com. I've never gotten one from them because I will tell you that they are really pricey, and I just have never been able to afford that. So it's never been like, oh, look, this is for me. So if I send my big silent butthead, can he hang out with your crew? Yes, absolutely, Brad, for sure. What do you do when there is infighting with the skulls? Do you separate them into another group? I haven't had it be that bad yet. Hold on one second, Trisha. Let me finish my thought, because, you know, I'm a squirrel and I'll forget which I'm starting to lose it. Hold on. What the heck was I answering? Oh, yes. Oh, Skullis. Skullis.com. So I know I have seen singing skulls, which means that their mouth is open. That means they're singing skulls. I have seen singing skulls on there with no teeth. And I wonder, I bet you if you Google crystal skull, no teeth, I bet you you'll find some. Absolutely. Infighting. Okay, that's okay. I'm just making sure I'm answering one question before I go on because I'll totally lose it. Yes. So, especially with when I got, hold on, let me get my other new guy here. Hold on. They're right over here. I'm going to grab Bacchus here. So this was my latest new one besides the one that I just got. This is Bacchus. And he is a leader, definitely a leader of sorts. And I will tell you that my Skullie Council leader, his name is Gaius, and he resisted at first, was very jealous, kind of was ticked off at me for a little while before we even got him. And then kind of pouted for a little while. And that took a while, but I had to reassure him a couple things. I actually got Gaius, the original leader, a platform that he now sits on that's a little bit higher because he's a little bit bigger, so that he still sits above the rest of them. And we had to make clear delineations of what he was going to lead. And so we did that. We made a kind of a clear delineation that he was just going to like kind of pull in some of the emotional kind of support and talk to the other ones about what emotional stuff they could provide and kind of some of the psychic connections. He was going to be able to connect more of them together. And so I believe they're doing pretty good. They don't love each other. I don't think they'll ever love each other, but they have, been okay because I think Gaius sees that Gaius is the leader and he's been very respectful to him. And so Gaius has not pouted in a little while and things seem to be a-okay. All right, hold on. I've missed some stuff here. Let me see. Where am I? Sorry. Okay, here we go. There's something for everyone. Absolutely. They will make themselves available if they want, just like everything else. Yep. The universe is pretty awesome. Absolutely. I can talk a lot louder with my teeth in, right? My skulls didn't vibe together at first. I pointed them at a pretty salt lamp, so they focused on it together and bonded. See, there you go. So again, that's another thing. If you meditate with them, if you allow them, I have the shelf that I have them on, and I would show you, but I can't move the computer right now. But the shelf that I have them on, there's several things for them to look at. I have gargoyles in there to protect them. And actually they're all coming out this week because they all are going to be involved in my ancestor altar for Samhain. And so I will be putting up other stuff, actually quite a few things, but I always make sure there's something for them to kind of interact with in there that isn't just each other. And that helps. I'm in love. Hi, Dana. Yeah, I love him too. He's Verdite. So what happens if the council wants a new leader? That's a good question, Sherry Bug. They fight to the death. Council meeting to establish a new head honcho? Absolutely. My little Arthurian legend brain is geeking out, right? I know it. He picked it. So they will tell you their names when they're ready. And so I still have skulls that I've had for a very long time that I don't know their names. So just so you know, not all of them will give you their names right off the bat. And some of them I feel bad because I think maybe I don't spend enough time with them individually and they need more time. And I just haven't had that. But if, they needed a new leader, then they would make me become aware of that. And then we would work it out from there. I guess it depends on who was stepping up and saying that they were supposed to be leader and what Gaius, the current leader, thought about that and why. It kind of depends on a whole bunch of things. Just like, your kids that don't always get along, you kind of do the best you can with it and fly by the seat of your pants, right? I was at Target yesterday. I saw a velvet purple Skullie. He seemed to call out to me, but he had all of his teeth. That's okay. A little bit bigger. Gaius was, yeah, he was. I know. Because Gaius is pretty little. But his brain is huge and his connections are huge. And he's absolutely all the way the leader. So do they tell you when they want to leave or they just travel on silently? You mean leave me personally? They actually have told me that they're done and that their work with me is done and that they're ready to move on. And there's someone out there that, needs their energy. I have gotten rid of a couple not rid of, I shouldn't say it like that. I have passed on a couple skulls that way. I'm trying to think how many, maybe 3, but 3 in 18 years. Again, usually this year I probably have gotten more in a year than I have in any other year since I started. Usually it takes me about a year and a half to get one to add to the council. And this year it just seems like it's been growing more. And I'm starting to wonder if that's because the channel is growing more. And they are coming to me because there's more people out there that want that connection and that they have more people to teach now. So I'm starting to think that's the case. Might just buy them anyhow. No worries. Thanks. Perfect. Because I do have my full set of dentures, so there's really not any difference. That's all right. You've shown that shelf before in previous video, I remember. So if someone's curious, it's somewhere in one of your videos. Yeah, I know. It absolutely is. I know I've shown it. And I'll show you once I get them all out and we set up the ancestor altar, which will be this week. By the very latest this weekend, I will show you then too. Like they have things to look at. Yep. And I have an animal shelf and sometimes I will put up different crystal animals in there to interact with them. What gem is your new Skullie? Oh, the new one is actually this one and he's fluorite. And he's a really pretty kind of iolite colored fluorite. Wow, I can't tell you the difference. Now, I have to tell you, again, you can tell the energy difference. He is very warm to the touch. He is freezing cold to the touch. Very, very different energies here. So again, the way that they produce energy, the way that they conduct energy is totally different. Totally different. Yes. I only have 2, but they're pretty quiet. No names or anything. And that's okay, Sherry Bug. And like I said, they're because it's ancestor time now, I will be, I shouldn't say this. I hate that what I say ahead of time and then it takes me a while to get to it because it's a really busy time of year for us. But I want to make sure that we do a special Skullie meditation because it's ancestor time. So we will be doing that because the veil is thinning and it'll be easier to connect to the spirits. I do have a black Skullie that I bought from the dollar store. That's cool. Absolutely. Don't you have 3 leaders? I don't. I really only have 2. I have Skullies that are good in other things, and many of the other ones will look to them for specific kind of subjects and stuff. So I have some that are very good with psychic energy. I have some that, like I'll tell you, my dragon skulls, they don't speak English. In fact, they don't speak in any like language. When I am meditating with them, I don't hear them in words. I get like full just feelings and impressions of ideas. I don't know how to explain that any differently, but with the others, with human skulls and also somewhat with alien skulls, although it's a little bit different. With human skulls, I get actual words and I'm downloading sentences and stuff like that. With alien skulls, I get kind of a jumbled word mess. And then usually I kind of am meditating with another human skull and I get the interpretation. When you welcome them, do you set the intention that you do not accept any negative or low vibration inhabitants? Yes, absolutely. And that's one of the things when you first get a new council member, you kind of sage and smudge, and you kind of, when you're introducing yourself, you kind of let them know this is how we work together, and this is how you work with the rest of the council, and this is what we expect from each other. This is what the rest of the council will expect from you. So you kind of give them an interview process and tell them, you know, what to expect going forward. Absolutely. One needs to come tell mine to start talking. And I'll tell you, Sherry Bug, when we do the Skullie Council meditation, make sure that you watch it, or, you know, they're live if you can be, because very often we've gotten a lot of that energy to be able to be together. And when they can communicate with a bigger group, a lot of times they suddenly realize how to communicate more. For sure. They are a big responsibility, for sure. YouTube was late with notifications again. That's all right. Mine haven't given names either yet. Yeah. And like I said, I have some that I've had for many, many years now that still have not given me their names. And that's okay. And at this point, I kind of think they're probably here to give me information alone and not to connect in such a deep personal way. And that's okay. You have had a huge year. Yep, I know, a lot of growth. That's true. And with the channel, yep. He is black and has sparkles all over him and his eyes light up. That's cool. I keep wanting a raven or dragon skull. Absolutely. I know, me too. And I have not yet connected with a raven Skullie. I've liked a lot of them. I think they look awesome. And for me, I'm wondering if I'm just not understanding their energy and the way they communicate. It took me a while to figure out with dragons how they communicate, to me anyway. And it didn't take a long time with the alien ones, but it took just me opening myself up in a different way to understand how they were connecting. So Dave has a question. Do your Skullies ever want to travel physically with you? Like to different countries or something? Or because of course they travel physically with me. Every week I shouldn't say that. They step forward every week, 4 at a time, and they physically travel with me to work. Everywhere I go, they are in my purse, in my bag, or set up. Once I get to work, they're set up there. Purple, love him. Yay. Mine love traveling. Yep. And absolutely. And if you mean just kind of, you know, around, but weekly, I carry the same ones. When I show them on Monday, they are carried with me all week long. So everywhere I go. And there are times that, you know, if I'm at the park or something, I take them out at the park and, you know, set them beside me and we just kind of enjoy the day. What stone is the one with the spine? That is verdite. Verdite. Where did you get them? Sherry Bug, the information I hope is in the down bar already. Her name is Positive Energy Crystals on Instagram. And that's where I've gotten my last 2. Both of these came from Chris over there, who is just wonderful. Mine travel with me to work all the time. Absolutely. Me too. I got shivers when I joined the live and you were holding the green one. So interesting how that one is colder. Yeah, absolutely. And it really is. It's, you know, the way that he conducts that energy, the way it passes through him is much different. He doesn't keep a whole lot of the energy. He kind of takes it in and passes it right out. So he doesn't store a whole lot of that energy that isn't his with him. He passes it right along. Think you're thinking of mine. I have a triad of 3 supreme Skullies. Yes. Yep. Exactly. Lucy's council has worked out a little bit different than mine. So, and I'm sure it's because Lucy has so many more than I do. I don't even know how many more, but I know Lucy has way more than I do. I'm going to have to go back to Target, and hopefully that velvet purple Skullie will still be there. Yay! Perfect. Who is on the shelf behind you on your left, the brown Skullie? Oh, this guy, you mean? This was also from Chris at Positive Energy Crystals. It's a Septarian jack-o'-lantern. Isn't that pretty? Love that. As soon as I saw that, I knew I needed to have that. I love him. All right. I get visions with mine. Me too, Renee. Absolutely. Especially with certain ones. I have a Skullie gang in my council. They have their own leader, right? Absolutely. No one of them, you got a leader a while back. I forget what he looked like, but Gaius was mad about that one too. That's the Verdite one. Thank you. The last 2 lives I've seen shadows and faint figures going by you. Dana, I totally believe it. And I'll tell you that in this house, that doesn't surprise me at all. I think I've said before, first of all, my grandmother died in this house. My grandfather lived here forever and has since gone. And when my grandmother was alive, she took care of probably 10 at a time mentally ill state patients, women who lived upstairs. So we have a lot of spirit energy in this house that happens. So, and because now, October starts tomorrow, that kind of veil is starting to thin out, and it's getting thinner and thinner, and we'll start to see more and more of that everywhere and feel more of that. And I have the elders of the council, which are the matron and patron in the group, right? Yay. I know you do, Lucy. You have so many. I know I need an update because I don't know how many you've got now. I've got a human skull, but he don't play nice with any of the other crystal ones. He does like one of my dolls, though. They are married, she says, but he's a grumpy guy, much older than her. That's hilarious. It's funny. Chris showed me, she very often will show me pictures of some of the new ones she gets in before she posts them, because she knows that if I connect with it, I'll be like, oh, yep, that one's mine. And she showed me a picture of this gorgeous, gorgeous alien one that is gorgeous, but a little creepy, but still gorgeous, and is very intelligent and very interesting and has lots of information. But I could tell that he was not a council member. He was one that was, whoever gets him is going to need like their own space with him and not really within a council, because he's not a work well together kind of alien Skullie for sure. So it's not just me. Yay. Can you please explain? Is it Akashic records that they are downloading or something else? I wish I could explain more certainly. Here's what I will tell you. I know some of my skulls, I feel like at some point they were on this plane. So they may have been human at some point, or they may have been like a spirit entity on this plane at some point. And some of my skulls have never physically been in this realm. They have definitely come from a different realm, not this one. It's possible that you could call it Akashic records. It's like, I'll tell you, there is definitely some of the ancient skulls are directly connected to like the Lemurians. If you know anything about the Lemurian story, they were a whole different entity. They were a whole different species that lived here way, way, way long ago. And they are said to be the entities that left behind the ancient crystal skulls, and they encoded within them the information that they wanted downloaded to this world. And that goes the same for, although it's in a lesser sense, the same for the Lemurian crystals. The reason that you're called Lemurian is because they have those lines on the side of them. And if you run your fingers down those lines, while you're meditating, you are able to download part of the psychic code that they left long ago for this realm, for this world to teach them the things that they wanted them to teach. You could call it Akashic Records. I don't think that's the only thing that, to me, that seems a little bit more focused than I think what can be downloaded into skulls. I don't know if that made sense to you, I hope. I'm guessing Gaius won the idea. Yes, absolutely, for sure. Yes. And then my alien skulls, they're on their own group, the Galactic Order of the Sun. Perfect. I would love to find Raven Skullies to see. Yeah, I know, right? We'll have to see. I don't know if I'll have to ask the local chick if she can get them in. I think I may have seen one there before, the Mythic Treasures chick. I've only seen a few. Like to work or want to just get out of the house, I mean. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. I definitely, will hear them calling and saying, hey, let's go for a walk. Let's go. When I go up hiking, sometimes I'll grab one from the cabinet that I think is saying, let's go for a walk. My spiderweb Jasper is like that, no name, but teaches me about interconnectedness. Absolutely. I got you there for sure. I agree. There's been other energies with Mama Squirrel in the last couple of videos. Glad I'm not the only one. Absolutely. That veil is thinning. So you're going to see more and more of that, I'm sure. All right. Heading out. Dinner's ready. No problem, honey. Thank you. Positive energy crystals is amazing. She's where I get a lot of my crystal penises. I know I love your crystal penises. And she really cares about you. She checks in on me weekly. Yep, she does. Chris is great. Are you and Papa Squirrel going on at 7:30? Yes, Papa Squirrel and I on at 7:30. No, the bookshelf. Oh, are you meaning these? These are just part of my decorations. Look. See? Ooh. His eyes change color. I got that at the Dollar Tree, I think. And this too, at the Dollar Tree. See? Ooh. And I put them up there until I change out my altar this week. Yay, the brownish orange one. Yes, I gotcha. Really want to know how the 3 liters work. I'm trying to learn as much about skulls as I can because I'm nervous about getting them. It's okay. And you're right, Trisha. Until you're ready, they won't say it's time for me. You have to, once you feel like you're ready and you connect to the right one, you'll know. It's cool. The chat's moving fast. I know it's moving really fast and I'm really behind, aren't I? Sorry, guys. Yay, October. Hold on. Hey. Hello. For the Egyptians, it's the Library of Dehudi. I came out of the broom closet with my mother today. Good for you, Dana. My husband is known for years, but North Carolina is a hard place to be on this path. I'm with you, honey. I lived in Burlington, technically. I worked in Greensboro. I totally hear you. She's Southern Baptist, but she actually didn't chase me with her Bible. Well, that's good. That's a start. I say all the time how I grew up in New York. So when I went down there, it was a very different experience. It was a new experience for sure to learn how I had never in all of my career been asked at work by a patient, what church do you go to? And that's the first question they asked, what church do you go to down there? And I was like, this should be interesting. All right. The way I've connected and understanding of it is that some type of universal knowledge, not only regarding the secrets of humanity, the secrets of the entire universe. Yep, absolutely, for sure. Are not from this world and they have lived, just not here. Yes, for sure. Absolutely. Crystal penis, I need one. I know they are, some of Brad's are gorgeous. You haven't posted them in a while, Brad, so it must be you haven't gotten a new one lately. But oh my God, some of them are beautiful. She just said like I didn't already know. Crystals in general hold information if you know how to use them. Absolutely. Yes, for sure. You have 10 at this point, Brad. I love it. They seem to be big about knowledge. All crystals have consciousness, but the skulls seem to care more about preserving and passing on. Yes, I agree completely, for sure. I moved from New York to Carolina to talk about culture shock. Yeah, it is. It's truly a huge culture shock. All right, so let me open up my other goodies real quick because I forgot that this is kind of a Skullie too. I wonder if this is going to have energy. I didn't really realize this. Ooh, I don't know what to do now. Where is, I swear I brought my scissors over here for just this purpose. Here they are. I didn't really think about this because usually if they're not crystals, I don't think that they are an entity that can carry a being. But I don't know if this is going to carry energy or not. But this is technically kind of a Skullie too. I will tell you that this one that I showed before, this one does not, it has absolutely wonderful energy. I love the energy of this, but is not an entity, is not holding space for a different entity. So I love this crystal. It's great for energy work, but it does not hold space for an entity. So nothing new yet. I hear you. I just need one. Hi, Lisa. So this is, I just loved this. I think this is so cool. This is an 8-ball and a Skullie. See how he's carved from the 8-ball? God, I got to figure out where this camera is all the time. So there is a Skullie carved into this 8-ball. And I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. I love that. I don't know what pool balls are made out of. I have no idea. I'm going to say that I'm kind of feeling some energy from here. So I think there may be space for an entity. We may have an entity connected. Wow. I love this. Love this. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's a really neat way to do that. Lucy just sent me a picture of Raven Skullies. I opened the picture and totally got a bad vibe. Well, don't forget, Ravenheart, that it depends on what it's made out of. It depends on who's made it. It may just not have been yours. It amazes me that someone can carve a skull in an 8-ball and I can't even make shit out of Play-Doh. Dana, I'm so with you. Look at, like I said, I love my horned god, but I am under no delusion to think that like I could make these to sell to someone or anything because I know better. I love him. He's mine. I love who he represents for me. This is like a second grader. They're made from resin, so it's possible. No kidding. Well, I'll tell you, I do definitely feel some energy. I am going to have to meditate and see what I get out of it. But I feel like it's possible. He's really cool looking. Oh, look it. Does he have a scar? Wait, where's my glasses? Oh, it's on both sides. So it's just the way it's made. Hold on. See the little scar? It looks like a scar kind of there. It looks like a scar kind of there. It's just the way they shaped them. It was obsidian. Oh, and that's okay. Obsidian, Bob, obsidian is a hard stone to work with for a lot of people. I love my obsidian, but I'm very careful with what I do with obsidian because it is extremely, extremely harsh anyways. It is like, it will, I always say it's like knocking your ass to the ground grounding. So when I want to actually work with obsidian, I usually work with mahogany obsidian or gold sheen obsidian or something that just kind of calms it down a little bit. Yeah, you definitely would have to hold one. Art is art, regardless of the skill involved. I know it's beautiful. I'm not saying that. I just am saying, like, I know I don't have, that's not a natural talent for me is art. Not even close. I highly respect anyone who is like an artist and that's their natural talent. Because that is not mine. I could work for a million years on one thing and not make it look good. like, look like everybody else's art. I saw a selenite skull the other night. If I find it again, I'll send you the link. Cool. Oh, that's cool. That's a soft stone to work with. So they are hard to do and very rare. So I love him. He's really cool. I'm going to have to meditate with him to see for sure what I think. But he is awesome. Love him, love him. Okay, now on to, so that's what I bought, those two things. And then, she's given me this awesome, gorgeous polishing cloth, which you can kind of wipe and polish up the stones that you have with it. Thank you, Chris. And I don't know what this is, so I'll have to see. Yay, hi, Real Deal. I have no idea what this is. What time is it? 5:30. Okay, good. So I still have 2 hours because this was totally meant to be a short video. How long have I been on? Almost an hour. Such a talker. Chris knows me so well. I love her. Okay, so this is, I hate this camera. I can't figure out where it is. This is a blue fluorite, a gorgeous raw blue fluorite. See the cuboid kind of outcroppings here, and the color is, oh my God, gorgeous. Oh, here we go. I so don't know this camera yet, but this is stunning. Oh, so pretty. To be honest, as a collector, most crystal skulls are not perfectly smooth, and some of them have cracks and crevices, but that's where the beauty lies. Yes, absolutely. That is gorgeous, Chris. And that was my birthday present from Chris, which is, I love it. Love it, love it. Thank you, Chris. She knows my blue fluorite is like my crack. I'm so bad with blue fluorite that I very often have to restrain myself, and sometimes that doesn't work, and I end up bringing home yet another piece of blue fluorite. I can't tell you how many, but I don't know how many I have. I have lots, and I keep going. So I just can't help it. That's just all I can do. I do the best I can, but sometimes it has to come home with me. There he is. Perfect. Her gifts are great. She sent me a manganese calcite tower, right? I know it. I just love Chris. I'm going to have to make an IG account just to buy crystals, aren't I? Phew, I swear I'm only 20-something that has no social media. I know, right? So don't forget that we have lots of buyers that we love in this group. Buyers. Absolutely, all of us are buyers that we love. We have lots of sellers that we love in this group. I just talked about one, Chris from Positive Energy Crystals. Her information is in the down bar there. We also have Papa Squirrel, who is coming on tonight to show us what he has found from the latest gem show he went to. And then next week, I'm going to have on Cassie, who is in our group, who is an amazing crystal dealer now. And she's the place that Bob and Ben and I went yesterday. She went with us to Pagan Pride, and I ended up buying 2 other Skullies that I had no intention of getting before, and some other things that I had no intention of getting when I went there, and I just couldn't help it. So she'll be on next week, and we'll talk to her next week about what she's got too. So we have lots of awesome, incredible sellers here that we really respect and know we work with really well. Rainbow fluorite, you have the same thing with rainbow. Sometimes I get scared because sometimes my children pick them up and play with them. I try to prevent it, but it doesn't always work, right? I know you're kind of like, my children broke my selenite sphere. Like apparently 2 of my children were passing it around like a ball, and it fell and broke in half, and they put it back and didn't tell me for like, I don't know, however, it was over a week and a half before I picked it up, and it fell apart in the middle. And but you know, what can you do? Hi, Witchy Woo. Hi. because they're handsy toddlers. Yep. And spent so much more money. I know. Oh my gosh, Bob. It was like terrible. I just paid off my bill to Cassie. And then we go to her house and look at stuff in person, which is always like, oh my gosh. I need to get in touch with Papa. He's in my state. I'm planning a crystal dig. See if you'd like to go. He'll be on tonight at 7:30 with me, Brad. So witchy woo, just because you weren't here before and we're almost done. But here's my newest. Here he is. He is fluorite, and he's kind of an eye-like color, like a blue purple. Hi, Nebraska. Welcome. My kids did the same thing to my black moonstone sphere. Doesn't that just kill you? And you're like, okay, I can't kill my children, but I got a lapis unicorn and the horn broke off. I know it. And some of them are very delicate, and you just have to be careful. Hi, Sue. I'm getting on all kinds of people. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm just about done because I got to go eat dinner and get ready. Tonight at 7:30, which is a little under 2 hours, I'll be doing a live with Papa Squirrel. He's going to show us what he has for us to sell and what he found at the Crystal Gem Show he went to this weekend. So thank you all. Make sure you press the like button for me. That gets our videos a little bit more attention on YouTube. Click on the subscribe if you're not subscribed already if you're interested. In the down bar is the link for the Facebook group. If you're interested in being in the Facebook group, we have a lot of fun in there, and we, support each other, and we can talk about anything witchy related at all. And click on the notification. And sometimes YouTube is good about giving you notifications, and sometimes not so much. But you got a much better chance if you actually click on that bell. I love you guys. I'll see you in a couple hours. Bye.